intangible cultural heritage is a vital component of our collective memories, but progress and development threaten our traditions. How can we preserve them for posterity? Naomi Kwok takes us to Cheung Chau Island. Cheung Chau, a week before its annual Bun Festival, or Taiping Tingjiu in Chinese, the gods and spirits are appeased. The festival started 2 centuries ago to rid the island of an epidemic. The semi-finals for the climactic Bun Mountain climbing contest. Don't you know as an elder of the island?
The traditional custom is to snatch buns from the mountain to eat to cure diseases. We used to grab them with bare hands from a bamboo structure. Now the government uses a steel frame checked by engineers beforehand. There are safety measures. Climbers must be taught by climbing instructors. Everything must keep up with the times.
The buns used to be stamped with the word longevity to appease the gods and for luck.
Cheung Chau native Kwok Ken Wah inherited this 60-year-old bakery from his father. 5 years ago, the government decreed it was time for a change and ordered a new stamp for the buns to say Ping On or wellness. They've become such a hit with tourists. The buns used to be distributed only around the Bun Festival.
Now we sell them year-round.
20 years ago, they were only white buns with sweet sesame paste.
Now we have 3 to 4 kinds of fillings: red bean, lotus paste, white lotus paste, and sesame paste. People like to order pink buns. They're more attractive. This is hard labor. I know my nephews don't want to inherit it.
On the big day, Kwok's nephew, Martin, has his own business.
I designed them to cheer people up, see them smiling. I have little interest in making buns. This is a hand rest. This a cell phone holder and a cloth for cleaning monitors.
Martin, who normally works in the finance sector, admits his accessories may be commercializing a tradition.
Half of it is really a business. The other half is a real wish to lure people to Cheung Chau to understand more about Taiping Qingqiu. The society is increasingly affluent. I think it's very difficult to preserve traditions. That's why many things have become commercialized.
Another element of the Bun Festival is the Pusic, in which children perched high on frames are paraded before the gods.
This was taken in 1958.
This year, some kids are still dressed up in traditional Chinese opera costumes and as historical characters. The frames are crafted and paid for by village elders.
Disciples? No youngster wants to learn the craft now.
It will slowly fade out.
Along with the traditional nature of the frames.
We wouldn't talk history with the younger generation because it doesn't know history. It's better to be practical.
This year's Pusic features the 2009 East Asian Games to be hosted by Hong Kong in December.
So we want to promote the East Asian Games.
It pays tribute to firemen who died in a blaze, and even has the swine flu. Pusic frames are also used to advertise a brand of noodles and of beer. And what's acoustic about the Western band?
Changzhou's Taiping Qing Chiu is indeed intangible cultural heritage, but the tradition's lost. Half the people come for the party.
And this party ends with a bun-mounted climbing contest, complete with fake buns. The real ones are distributed the next day.
We mean the new elements not for the purpose of the local people in preserving their own cultural traditions, but in order to attract more tourists. And I think that's wrong. That's the problem that we're facing with preservation of intangible cultural heritage.
If these people use cultural heritage to make money, but they can keep preserving and promoting this culture, I think it's justifiable. It's difficult to protect intangible cultural heritage because it is intangible, per se. To keep passing it on is already preservation.
Most Hong Kongers are familiar with dragon and lion dances. But the unicorn or Chilean dance